Lunch hour is over at the Notaro farm in Sherrington, Quebec, near the American border. It's back to work for these men. They know the drill. They've been doing it for years. There are 30 migrant workers on this lettuce farm. Some of them have been here every summer for 12 years.
More or less, we're like a family because we work together about 12, 14 hours a day, 6 days, sometimes 7 days a week. It's like old friends coming home again.
The workers live on the farms. The more hours they work, the more money they earn. That's why they've come here from Mexico and Guatemala. Notaro says his workers love the extra hours. They send their earnings home.
There's fear of being sent back.
Roberto Nieto doesn't just see workers earning a living, he sees harsh working conditions. Although he didn't visit this farm, he did visit others and said that workers face the threat of being sent home if they complain about their job. So he started a campaign to inform the workers, opening their eyes to what their rights are.
Usually whenever I would talk about the basics, I would say, well, you know, a union basically means you will have somebody who will defend you.
He says unionizing the workers is the solution. The process is almost complete on 3 Quebec farms.
There's less and less Quebec workers who are even interested in working on farms anymore because they know that the foreign workers are so submissive and so pressured that, you know, they just can't compete with that.
They cost me close to $11 an hour. I don't think it's cheap labor.
Notaro thinks unionizing the workers is a bad idea. He's been hiring migrant workers since 1988.
We take care of our people very, very well because they're good people.
He's confident that workers on his farm are not among those on the verge of forming a union, but the fact is he doesn't know how many have signed on with the union. If they have, his costs will go up.
Consumer is going to be stuck to.
Notaro says he and other farmers will have no choice but to pass on the added cost to consumers. A decision on whether the workers will be unionized is expected in the next few weeks. Tracey Madigan, CBC News, Sherrington, Quebec. Once again, Theo Wouters and Roger Thibault are grabbing headlines. They must be getting used to it. Most Quebecers know their story well. They went public when they felt harassed by their neighbor in Pointe Claire. They said he was spitting on them, cutting their flowers, and even tried to run them over with his car. The two had the wind at their backs during that battle. Hundreds of people showed up to support them. But the judge wasn't as supportive. He ruled the neighbor wasn't guilty. In fact, that same neighbor has filed a civil suit against the two. The neighbor claims the couple defamed him. But this is a separate case. This is a case that involves 4 young people and 3 separate incidents. Once, someone driving by in a blue pickup truck tossed some toilet paper onto their lawn. Another time, they shouted homophobic slurs. But the incident that really shook the couple was the time that someone managed to throw a flame, some sort of Molotov cocktail, from a moving vehicle. It landed on the couple's roof. It was caught on tape. Everything is filmed in front of this house, thanks to 3 video surveillance cameras. Wouters wouldn't show us the footage, but police used the video to nab one West Island teen. The couple feels vindicated now. The teen admitted to the crime before the Human Rights Commission. Both Wouters and Thibault will get $5,000 in moral damages. In some ways, though, the damage is irreparable.
How difficult? Well, we seriously thought of suicide on several occasions.
After years of depression, therapy, and what he describes as heavy medication, Wouters says the couple has found a balance.
This is our little paradise.
The couple takes refuge here, in the back garden. It's a sharp contrast from the watchful eye of the front yard. They've been toiling over this for almost 30 years. For the couple who symbolizes the defense of gay rights, it serves as a reminder.
We love our place, and I don't think that a bunch of morons can chase us out.
A reminder of why they shouldn't pack up and leave. Tracey Madigan, CBC News, Pointe Claire. A short ferry ride just off Dorval Avenue brings residents to a tiny, quaint island. It's a throwback to the 1940s. No roads, no cars, only 58 households. The island is closed altogether between October and April. Betty Locke has been spending summers here since the 1930s.
I just love it here. Just love it. Isn't that gorgeous?
But perhaps quaint shouldn't be a way to describe a firefighting system.
There's only one point of access on the island. There's only one fire hydrant for the whole island. We have absolutely no pre-plan, no idea of who lives there, if there's anyone that's handicapped, needs additional help.
This is the equipment that would be used to douse flames in the event of a fire here, a mobile water tank. Firefighters are furious. For years they've been saying they can't do their job on the island.
This year we decided to take it to the CSST and get a third and final opinion on the matter.
The Workplace Health and Safety Board came to check it out. Inspectors say there should be at least 2 access points to the island and that a pickup truck is needed to haul the water tank. Until those needs and others are met, the order is official.
We do no longer respond there. It's probably one of the few areas in Quebec that doesn't have fire protection.
They would go. They would go.
The Montreal Fire Department has jurisdiction over the island. It's trying to figure out a long-term solution. In the meantime, it insists the islanders won't be abandoned.
We're working together, like I said, the authorities of the island and myself, to make sure that everything that CSST asks us is being done, and of course for the safety of everyone.
Residents, meanwhile, appear unfettered by the debate. For the past 49 years, Louise Emmanuel hasn't missed a summer here. She saw a house here burn to the ground in the mid-1970s.
It was very scary and it was very traumatic, but I don't see how they can solve this.
She says people here have their own fire extinguishers and working smoke detectors. Good practice, she says, will help keep the island quiet so that there's no need for firefighters. Tracey Madigan, CBC News, Dorval Island. There's no